Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we are going to be talking about interest-only payments for college students. You can be working on your first degree, or you could have gone back to school to finish your degree, so you do have some old student loans that you're adding new ones on top of, or you could be finishing up a second bachelor's or an advanced degree like a master's or a doctorate. This should work for you. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, please consider doing so. I would appreciate it so much. Some of the topics that we're going to discuss in this video, the difference between subsidized and unsubsidized loans. I think you guys probably already know, but I just want to go over it just in case there's anybody who doesn't. I'm going to show you an example. We're going to discuss like how to make it fit in the budget, like where does it fit in the priority of things, because there's so much in our lives that we have to take care of, and sometimes one more thing you just can't visualize where does it fit. We're also going to talk about the strategy. It's when I show you, you're going to be like, this is simple. And then like, what if you don't have enough money? What if you have more? So how you can still make progress and what you need to understand that's happening at the same time while you're trying to make that progress. And then finally, we're going to discuss some things to consider as you're finishing up your degree. So y'all just stick around. The difference between a subsidized and an unsubsidized loan is that the subsidized loan actually gets its interest paid while you're in school, at least half time, and during your grace period, and during a deferment. Now, the interest is actually paid by the Department of Education. And so these typically they're pretty low maintenance while you're in school. Now, your unsubsidized loans, those are the ones that actually start accruing interest from the point that they're actually dispersed to you. And the interest accrues daily. So there's like a daily interest rate that you can look up on NerdWallet that'll help you see what you're being charged every day for unsubsidized loans. You can actually look up your subsidized too if you know the interest rate, and that'll help prepare you for once you graduate and your 6-month grace period has already passed. So by going ahead and starting on this while you're in school, you're reducing the amount that actually gets capitalized to your principal balance after the grace period ends. Here's our student loan example, and our total monthly accrued interest is $63.55. So we want to put that in our budget. But first we have to make sure that we're taking care of our necessities. We got the rent, our mortgage, food, utilities, our transportation, all those things taken care of. Now, some people, they may, go straight to paying their student loan interest, and others may say, hey, I need a little treat. Prioritize that and put the student loan interest after that. So that way you're motivated to, do a little something for yourself and also pay that student loan interest. Now you may be wondering, like, why did I prioritize doing something for yourself, having your Starbucks, going out with your friends, over paying the student loan interest? The reason why is because your typical person who is in this phase of their life, getting out of debt is not going to be the top priority. So graduating is going to be their top priority, and they're just trying to reduce the amount of interest and the effects that it's going to have on their total student loan debt by the time they graduate. Now, let's say I have more money to budget to my student loan interest. I can use the rest to pay the outstanding interest that's on my largest student loan or the smallest unsubsidized student loan. I can choose. Anything that I target that's over what's outstanding is going to be applied to my principal. Now, for those people who don't have enough money to budget to their student loan interest, this is going to be tough, but you can use what you have to apply to the loan of your choice. The good thing is when you do put something to it, it's not growing at the same rate as it would have been. And you're still reducing what can potentially capitalize after your grace period ends once you graduate. The next thing you'll want to do is set a goal to increase your income. I remember working on campus, and I was one of those people who, if somebody wanted to give up a shift, I would work for them if I could. And so, you take that money that you earn working extra, after your taxes come out, you see what you bring home, and then you say, okay, I'm going to do this to my student loan interest, whatever that amount is. Whenever you bring that home, just try to make sure you don't create a new bill to absorb that money before you have a chance to apply it to your student loan interest. I know I talked about outstanding interest without actually showing you an example of what that actually looks like. When you log into your loan servicing provider, your website, you're going to actually see a label on one of the fields that's going to be your outstanding interest. And so for our example, number one, the unsubsidized loan that I have, that's for $5,997 at 6.8% interest rate. I have an outstanding interest balance of $212.04. I'm going to accrue $35.34 per month. Now, the way I calculated that was I used NerdWallet's calculator. Since the maximum number of days in a month is 31, I like to stay consistent with that and just use 31. When it's 30 days, guess what? A few more cents go to my outstanding interest or to my principal. So let's just imagine at the end of January, I have the $212.04 as my outstanding interest, and then by the end of February, I'm going to add on $35.34. So that's going to give me $247.68. Now, if in January I go ahead and make a payment for $35.34, we're not even going to talk about the example number 5. I will keep that outstanding interest at $212.04. If I have a little bit more money, let's say I have $5 more, then I'm going to pay what I accrued that month, $35.34, and then I'll drop down the outstanding interest to $207.04. Now, in order to see that change, you got to catch that the very same day that payment actually processed. Because one of the things I said for an unsubsidized loan is that it accrues interest every day. And after you graduate and you have passed your 6-month grace period, the same thing applies for a subsidized loan. So if you're able to just kind of keep everything contained while you're in school, you'll make your life so much easier. Your future self will thank you. I have a problem with my past self. So let's return to when I had the $100 that I have to spare in my budget to pay for my interest. If I wanted to split this up between my two unsubsidized loans, I could put $71.79 to the first one, and then I could put $28.21 to example number 5. Now let's flip this. Let's say all I have is $10 left. I've taken care of all of my needs. I maybe got some Starbucks once a week, and I got $10 left. Now I can pick. For me, I would still go after number 1, but some people may want to go after number 5 because you'll see that $10 work, but you still have $18 that's going to move into your outstanding interest and increase that to like $22. So you still see that number grow, and sometimes that can be deflating, but in either case, you're going to see the number grow, but you know it's going to grow. You know about how much it's going to grow, and it makes it easier to process when you know what's about to happen versus when it just happens and it was unexpected. And your strategy is going to be a 3-part process. It's going to be dedicating yourself to making sure that you cover that interest, the minimum you need to cover the interest for that month, from one month to the next. When you get comfortable with it, then you can start targeting your largest student loan that's unsubsidized that has an outstanding interest. And then after that, you can start targeting the principal. And the good thing about the loan servicing providers is they'll take care of that for you. You just have to target it and tell them where to put your money. Now, I know with consolidated loans that they don't let you target those once you consolidate them, even if they're federal. But on the ones that aren't, you can. And it is doable because once you have your plan and you start implementing it, there is going to be success. It's going to look different from the next person's success, but it will be your success. And that's what matters. So I wanted to leave you guys with some words, some final thoughts to help you guys that are still in school. I think it's great that you want to start paying on your student loan interest and you're trying to figure out the how. It's just as simple as logging into that account, understanding the nuances of the account, how to set up the payments and stuff. I know with FedLoan, if you have them, it can take them anywhere from 2 to 4 days to process a payment. 4 days has been a max, and 2 days has been the minimum I have experienced, on average about 3. Also, if you're still in school and you need to continue to borrow until you graduate, just borrow what you need. Okay? I know it's difficult and it's easier for me to say, but try to not immerse yourself in the more materialistic side of the college campus experience, because there is some materialism. And you will see people, you will hear people talking about what they're going to do with student loans that's not related to their education. But as long as you know you're making the best decisions for you, that's all that matters. And, as you go through this, you learn your loan servicing provider's website, you'll get better at this. And then you'll kind of understand how it works. You'll start to see by the time you go through your grace period and you're ready to start repaying, you don't have to worry about all that capitalized interest. You know that it's a thing and you know how to keep all that stuff under control. If you're interested in a video talking about what to do after you graduate, that's going to be my next video. And I leave you guys with positivity and peace. I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and y'all have a great day. Bye.